And Wayne, just to you before I pass over, what's it mean to have Alex McKinnon in this team this year? You know, obviously been challenges, but obviously been an incredible year for the Knights. What's it mean to have Alex McKinnon in the squad?
Oh, well, he was very, very valued before he got injured. He's more valued now because we all feel his pain. All his teammates were there with him that night, and I don't think that memory will ever go away from any of us. And I've got to say, you know, to everybody's credit, the support's been wonderful for him, but that's because of the person that he is. He's a pretty outstanding young man, and he's even become more outstanding in my eyes since the accident, because he's made sure he's made it easier for all of us. He's borne all the pain and all the grief and all that's in front of him, but he's more concerned about us and how we feel, and when we come to see him, he's upbeat and always putting on the brave face so that we don't go away feeling sad and disappointed. And he's carried that burden for 4 months, and he realised he'd have to carry it a little bit more in his life as well, but that's the type of person he is, and I think it's remarkable what he's done, and I think it's remarkable the way that he's carried himself and the way he continues to be motivated and challenged at the same time, but wanting, as he said just a moment ago himself, wanting to get back to the man that he was before, or as close as he possibly can to that, and he's not going to take any shortcuts doing that. He didn't take any shortcuts as a player, as a young man growing up, and he's not going to take any shortcuts now.
So over to you. I'll have our Anna and Pete pass the mic around. First question, Brett Keeble.
Alex, can you tell us how you're feeling and how your rehab's progressing?
Yeah, like I said before, obviously being faced with a situation, it's taken a bit of time to get my head around the whole thing, but I suppose the approach that I've taken is you're going to have bad days, you're going to have good days, but if I do have a bad day, I'll make sure I wake up the next day and charge along with any rehab that I can do, or little things like that. The rehab mat at the moment is great, and the facilities there are good for me. It's really focusing on me getting home. It's hopefully only going to be there for about 2.5 months or around about that amount of time, and it's really about getting my care right and getting me stable to further my rehab and progress in different areas. There's a lot of other areas and facilities you can go to in Australia or whether it's in America. So, like I said, I've only got probably 2.5 months or 3 months left at the placemat at the moment, and I'm really looking forward to more extensive rehab at different places to, I suppose, more focus on the walking side of things and being upstanding and that side of things.
Okay, Brad, Walter.
Alex, you mentioned about not losing focus of your goals. Can you just tell us what those goals are?
I suppose being in a situation where there's, in an environment where there's a lot of different people with a lot of different levels of injury. Some levels are complete, whereas they probably won't get any back, and some injuries are incomplete. And being around an environment where the focus is to go home. It's not necessarily about walking. It's about you getting back into society. So obviously, if there's people there that haven't got the focus on walking, you can easily lose sight of that. You see, with being around a lot of people in that environment I am now, their focus is to get home and just to get on with their life. Whereas, as much as I'd love to get home and get back to my family and get back to Newcastle on with my life, I want to walk again. So. You see a lot of stories about people who get on with their life and they don't walk again. My focus is to get back and get as much back in my movement as I can, and I'm slowly improving. Yes, for example, when I first got diagnosed, I was a C4, which is all it is shoulder movement. It's nothing else, no fingers, no feeling in your legs or anything like that. So I'm slowly progressing. I'm increasing, improving. I'm at a C7 now, which is 3 levels below my injury, which just shows that things are getting past where my injury's at. So it's going to be a slow and a long process, but I'm willing to do that. I'm 22 and I'm going to give it my best shot.
Alex, your close relationship with Wayne has been well documented. How did you react to the news that he won't be at the Knights at the end of the year, and how do you expect your relationship to be moving forward?
Yeah, I don't think it will affect anything. Over the years, I've been with Wayne since I was about 16. I'm 22 now, and I don't think that bond's going to change from him changing clubs. So, or going wherever he's going. So, I think that the bond will always be there. He's told me it'll always be there, and I've trusted him ever since I was 16. So, there's no reason why it will change now.
Thank you.
Josh.
Alex, do you have any memory of the Melbourne game and what emotions you experienced that night?
Yeah, I remember the whole thing. I remember just the one thing that sticks with me is just laying there was the whole crowd just looking at me. It was one of the things I really do remember. But I think I've only seen the clip once or twice of the tackle, and I don't think I'll be watching it again. So, yeah.
Okay.
Alex,
Next.
you've spoken about your desire to walk Tegan down the aisle. How big a motivation is that for you in your recovery?
Yeah, it's everything, mate. It's the amount of support she's put behind me, and the way she's taken the situation I'm wearing at the moment is, it's ridiculous. Some of the things we go through day to day, and she stays upbeat all the time. And I don't know how she does it, to tell you the truth, but without her there, I'm nothing at the moment.
Yes, you said you were C7. You said you were C7, and we're encouraged that you're wheeling yourself into the room. What does that mean? What can you do now? What positive things, what positive breakthroughs have you made?
I suppose just being in a chair like this, it's a power assist chair. It does help me a little bit, whereas I'd usually around the rehab I'm in a normal manual chair. It's someone at my level probably wouldn't be in a type of chair like this. It's hard to get into the nitty gritty about everything, but I'm slowly improving, and I'm determined to keep improving. Yeah.
Okay, who's next? Brad.
Alex, every time we see a tackle before the judiciary or in the game now, there's talk about obviously you know what happened to you and maybe how you would feel about being the subject of that. Are you able to tell us what your thoughts are on lifting tackles in the game?
Yeah, I've got no comment on that. Rugby league's a safe sport. I believe it is, and what rugby league's done for me in my life is ridiculous. I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't have met Wayne. I wouldn't have met a few of my best mates, and I wouldn't be the person I am today without rugby league, and I wouldn't change for anything. So, lifting tackles are in the game. It's going to be in the game, and you ask if the game's safe. Of course, it's safe. You get into a car, there's more people that have car accidents and end up with spinal injuries than doing rugby league. So it's the way I've taken it. It's the way you take it every day, I suppose. You live your life as it is, and you're being in a spinal rehabilitation area. You see how other people end up there, and you realise that your situation probably isn't as bad as theirs. Some people have injuries and might from walking down the street or riding a push bike. So you can't be taunted or anything by how you live your life. Something's going to happen, it's going to happen, I suppose, and I'm happy with how I am at the moment. I'm determined to keep improving and be around the people I love, my friends and all that.
Brett.
Alex, can you comprehend how inspirational you've become, not just to the rugby league community, but to the community in general?
I don't see myself as inspirational. I'm just trying to get back to how I was, and if anyone's inspirational, it's the people who are around me. They've really helped me a lot, and they've made it really easy for me, and I really thank them a lot, and I think I'll need them for a lot longer time as we progress through the stages. But I'll be relying on them as I do, and they rely on me.
Speaking of inspiration, you do seem to have a remarkable attitude to it all. What would your advice be to other young men younger than yourself who would find themselves in that sort of spinal injury clinic? What would you say to people who are dealing with this for the first time?
I'm not a seasoned vet in this place. I'm just taking it as I come. I suppose there's no point me having the shits. You know what I mean? Like there's no point me being angry. I'm in a situation as it is. So I could either be filthy in the world, or I can be filthy in the game, but I'm not. So I suppose you take it each day as it comes, and either way, you're still going to be in a situation. So you may as well be happy and not be happy, but just be content with the situation. At least then I can still enjoy time with my friends, and otherwise, if I'm cranky and I'm angry, it's not going to be real fun to be around. That's the way I see it, and especially being around Tegan and my parents, and they've been through a lot too, and I'm sure their time down in Melbourne when I wasn't well, I was in induced coma. Tegan says to me now, she's happy with how I am now if I don't change. So that for her to say that to me makes me feel satisfied, and not satisfied, but I just feel a lot better. But yeah, I'm content with how I am at the moment, but I'm still willing to improve.
Josh?
Alex, you mentioned going overseas in America. Before, I know the Christopher Reeve Foundation got in touch with the NRL. What options are you looking at in that respect?
Oh, there's a lot of things to look at, and there's a few around in one of the Goldie. There's a place in Sydney. There's a few in Atlanta. There's endless opportunities and places to go. There's a lot of things going on at the moment, especially with the Rise for Alex round and home modifications, everything. So there's a lot of things for me to go through and sort out. But at the moment, I'm not really worried about them, and I'm really worrying about this weekend. I'm really excited to go back to Newcastle, and I can't wait to wait and watch the boys play again.
Okay, last question.
Alex, just sort of wondering what you're expecting there at Humber Stadium on Sunday. I guess it'd be quite an emotional afternoon for you, but also for the fans and the players and all the staff at Newcastle.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect, to tell you the truth. Like I said before, I don't like things to be about myself, and I've never been like that. I've always been about the boys and wanting to be a part of a team, but I suppose the weekend is going to be about me, and I really don't know how I'm going to handle it, to tell you the truth. I think I'll be pretty emotional, and I don't know how I'll handle it until I get in the situation, to tell you the truth.